Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Upward Spiral Gang, let's get it. Today is a epic day. It is Ganesh Puja, okay? We're tapping in. I am Uncle Makara, all relations, okay? And yep, we're about to get started right now. Okay, this should be better. This should be a lot louder because now I'm tapping to my microphone. Okay. Sweet. Editing the settings. Let's see. Boom. Go back. Alert the tribe. All right, sweet. Let's get it. Okay. I'm just setting a timer for 30 minutes. Let's have a good session today. Okay. Have some work to do today as well. So got to get on that. Okay, sweet. Whoever's on live, hello, welcome. Okay. Let's get it. So today I wanted to start talking about Ganesha. I have a very different relationship with Ganesha, I guess you could say, because I'm very connected to his double-headed form. And I'll speak a little bit about that too. But mainly, I love the fact that he's connected to the Muladhara or the root chakra. Okay. And as you know, in Primal Sutra, we always talk about this going back to the root, going back to the foundation, going back to the basics, going back to the fundas, okay? Fundamentals. So Ganesha is a guardian, a gatekeeper. It's really interesting, okay? So he's located in the Muladhara chakra, okay? And Shakti or Devi obviously stays there. It's like a form of lightning that you can think about it. That's interesting, right? Because Vajra is also like a masculine energy and lightning. And Shakti is also depicted as lightning at times, right? But all of this nature runs through all of us. It's kind of like an electromagnetic gravitational energy, right? That's just there. And you can speak to the Shakti within you, this energy within you that starts to rise, and you can speak to the Devi within you and actually ask for things, right? You can be like, heal this person for me, and they will do that, right? So it's really, really important that today, you know that he's the obstacle remover, right? So today is the day where we give him praise. It's not like his birthday or anything, but it's the understanding of I'm there to pay respects to a person who is a great warrior and helps me, heals my reproductive organs actually, because he's connected to the root chakra, right? Heals any stomach issues or gut issues that I might have, right? When you use the word gut instinct, okay, gut instinct is connected to Ganesha's energy. Instead of calling removing obstacles, let's twist it to clear path. This way we can manifest a more positive tone. Sure, brother. I'll edit that after though, because I can't do it as I'm live. But that's a great reframe. Let's get started. So he himself made himself the obstacle because he removes all obstacles, but he is the guardian of the root chakra, right? It's very interesting how we always see like these words like obstacle, manipulation. These are bad words, right? That we shouldn't say, but really they're just words, ultimately. And I really respect this energy because again, his energy removes this kind of immune system flare-ups or like weird viruses or like the different like diseases or like these types of things. Like his energy really clears that up. And if you just set the intention for the next 10 days, just have Ganesha sit next to you in your visualizations and in your meditations, it's going to amplify whatever it is that you are doing currently. Okay. This is the time where the Friday the 13th energy is about to come out alive soon, and it's going to be like that Halloween energy where all the the other realms are going to be awakened. But if we have Ganesha on our side, and if we actually send our devotion, our care, our love, our compassion towards Ganesha, it can bring us so much beauty, so much truth, right? And clarity, like Tetsuo was saying, So it's really important that the elephant is Shiva's favorite animal. Today I focused on a very Shiva-like energy today. As I was going to the gym, I was wearing this pendant, this one right here. And my trainer is saying, dude, I love your lockets or your pendants. It's like I've never seen these types of things before, right? Like they're always unique, right? Usually people wear gold or silver and wear blue, right? And Nilakanta, right? So it's interesting how his energy, Shiva's energy, manifests in the throat. And then Ganesha's energy manifests in the root. And the ears, right? Why do elephants have big ears? They listen better, right? They hear more. So for all the auditory shamans, do a lot of work with music and hearing the finely tuned instrument that is your voice. It can be really helpful because the elephant's ears pick up the frequencies, they pick up the information. And I believe that elephants can hear very, very large distances. Okay. Okay, let's ask the internet. Elephants have an incredible ability to hear sounds over large distances. Yep. Infrared communication. So they produce a low frequency between 1 to 20 hertz. So that's like very, um, yeah, it's a very low frequency. It puts you in that kind of, right, that basal kind of energy, that root energy. And they can also communicate with other elephants over long distances. So they're telepathic, bro. Okay. So that's wild, huh? I honestly think they're telepathic. They're empathic, right? Telepathy. Their large ears are not only helping them hear distant sounds, but also assist in cooling their body by flapping the ears. So it's like their AC, right? Or whatever. Um, so seismic sensing, they also can detect vibrations through the ground. It's known as seismic communication. Their feet are particularly sensitive to these vibrations of the earth. It's the earth chakra, root chakra, right? So it's like allowing the sense of distance and call from other elephants around it, but also like the energy of the ground and Mother Nature, Mother Gaia itself. So that's powerful, man. Okay. And also, if you notice Ganesha's eyes, right? He's always looking ahead, right? He's always in concentration. He's always super focused. Like his eyes are always just like boom, right? Like if you look behind me, right? Look at those eyes. He's concentrating on something, right? He's focused. He's tapped in. He's in the zone. Okay. And usually, I mean, the story of one of his tusks is a little bit broken, right? Ekadanta. So he has the story, right? Where I think accidentally they fed him too many sweets because they were praising him and fell off of his Vahana, right? Um and I believe the name, what was the mouse's name again? Was it something with M? I think I wrote it down. Mushika, right? Mushika. So it's interesting because you know how mice like travel through the sewers and like can go into different locations and like travel into various places that other insects, animals, or I guess bigger mammals can't go into, right? That's so fascinating because oh nice. Irad says elephants have the best memory of all the animals. They never forget. Mm-hmm. The most complex and holistic social network the entire animal kingdom. Wow, that's epic. That proposes my theory, right? So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I think yeah, the memory aspect. So our memory is associated with our past, right? And oftentimes when we explore the past, we always look at it from, our mood in the present. But I believe that Ganesha's energy of the past actually helps us and coordinates us with our presence in the now because it doesn't make the same mistakes because it's observing what's going to happen, right? And so it's a very positive past frequency that we're pulling into the now that I'm getting from this, okay? So imagine like these like I was saying, rats, right? Mice, rats, rodents, right? They go through these sewage systems and, almost I imagine them like brain dendrites, like neurotransmitters, or like cells through the body or like molecules through the body, right? Just flowing and going into all of these areas and healing, right? And so the Vahana or the I keep confusing Vahana and Vamana. Vehicles Vahana, correct? Yes, Vahana. That which carries. So the Vahana of Ganesha is the mouse or Mushika, right? And it's interesting if you guys have ever seen you guys obviously know of the swastika from Nazi symbolism. They flipped it on its side, right? But then in India, it's also used in a lot of marriages, you notice, a lot of sacred traditions, you'll notice it. But it's also associated with Ganesha because if you notice, he has one, two, three, four hands almost in a sense, right? So it's like one, two, three, four. Okay. So four hands. Okay. So think of it almost like it's carrying the four Vedas. So the system that is the flux of that. So he's the embodiment of the Vedas. And Vedas sound like Vega, which is my star system that I'm fascinated with and connected to as well. So there's a power there. And it's also one letter away from Vegas, where uh again, Vegas is where MC Nation is, right? So it's like there's all of these downloads coming in associated with this. And I truly believe that mantras only work if you do it with feeling. I've tried to do mantras before, repetitively, robotically, mundane, with zero of my own personal energy and feeling attached to it. But what if you were in the heart of a battle, right? In a battlefield, you would have to be sharp and alert and say things in a very specific way, in a manner, right? You have to command your mind in those moments. Then there's certain moments where you can just relax and let go, right? And you let your mind kind of be. So you got to understand the way to move and weave with this energy whenever you get like, again, social obstacles, right? When they show up in your life, you got to understand they're a reflection of a projection of your own mind, right? Showing up as people, a symbolism that you might see on the outside world. Now, the best way that I like to do this visualization is I like to imagine that Ganesha is putting one of his four hands on my head, right? And kind of just, caressing the top of my head, my crown. And I notice the energy coming in, cleaning me up, and then coming to sit down to meditate on my root chakra. So he's coming, like his energy, right? His healing energy of his hand is sending like a mini him through the hand, right? Through my system. And then he ends up sitting near my gooch, right? Okay. Where the root chakra is located. But it's also almost located with the lower abdomen area too. So the gut instinct, right? You've ever gotten this little download or gut instinct or an epiphany on something, and then you've known that that's the way it is, That's Ganesha's energy, really. pulling it through. Now, I think it's very interesting that Bharat or India is named after, I mean, Rata or Rat, right? Rati is sexual arousal, right? But it's how we use that sexual arousal that's going to be either our upward spiral or our downfall, right? And so it's really the splendor of the sensuality. It's the radiance of the light. So to receive the light, we must be in almost turned on by life, right? Being like awakened by that, right? That life force, that ability to like, whoa, I'm alive, I'm tapped in, I feel good, right? After you do something that embodies you and gets you in your physical body, you know your root chakra is active. And today I did leg day, man. Fuck. Okay. So it was like really yeah, you could say root activation. Um that's interesting how he controls all the four Vedas, right? Within him through that. Now today is Ganesh Chaturthi or the puja. And today it's important to notice that there's a lot of like little things that happen, like monsoons happen during this time, or like little different things happen during this time in India and also across the planet. So I think it's like a kind of they plan it exact, right? And today's a 7 day as well. So it's a very, very hyper spiritual day today. And as we're tapping into this energy, I'm going to tell you that initially you're there to create this energy for you and have responsibility for this energy. Okay. You can only do that by observing the Shakti within you, the Karuna. Right? The Ka is the creation, the Runa is the responsive, the duty. Okay. So this mantra is very powerful. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Baseline mantra, okay, for Ganesh. Now, this is for the throat chakra path workings. If you have gum, you chew gum, okay, and you say gum, and you charge the gum with the gum. Okay, this is so meta, bro. What the fuck? Someone watching this video is gonna be like, huh? But gum is Ganesha's Bij mantra. Okay. So his beach or seed mantra is in the word gum. So what I've done as a practical shaman is I've taken gum, chewing the gum, charging the gum by saying, as it's in my mouth, the back of my mouth or in my cheek, I just say gum. So I charge the gum with gum and then I chew it. And then I charge the gum with more gum and then I chew it, right? The sound of gum in the gum, okay? It's interesting because my mother grew up in the UK, right? So she says instead of eraser, she says rubber. So it's like I like so it sounds weird, you know? It's just like pass me the rubber. Like we usually associate rubber with condoms, right? So anyway, um let's get back on track. So today you'll notice that his energy is very active. Okay, this is what he loves, sweet things. So if you have a sweet craving coming out of the blue, now you know why. Okay, so his energy loves sweet things. So if you just give honey or laddus and all this kind of stuff they have in the actual pujas itself, which is very empowering. I mean, I'm looking at my downstairs and they're already celebrating down there. Um, lots of food and lots of, dance and music and lights and colors and, all of it, right? And you notice my background, right? That was exactly that. It's like all colors, right? It's colorful. He's holding like these different colors, he's multicolored, right? So I think it's really important that as you do this mantra, this gum mantra, that you understand that he's also there sitting next to you. Okay, so the visualization is that you set the intention, you call upon him, and for the next 10 days, you want him to sit next to you. Okay. And The other activation of that, you'll notice the Nagas give a lot of wisdom. Okay, the snake energy. That's why Shiva has a snake around his neck, but also you'll notice Ganesha. I don't know if you can see it here in the background, but usually he ties a snake as like a belt around his belly, right? Um, that's also like a wisdom teaching. Okay. Uh, bro, I had a sweet fest today. Good. Yeah, that's probably why. Literally ate so much chocolates and pastries. Yeah, man. You'll feel the sweet spiking up, right? This is the Ganesha energy that he loves the sweets, the splendor of that. And yeah, so for the next 2 months, you can kind of do this. Don't keep make it a habit, right? Obviously, but it's a good idea to have sweet things, right? Um, during this time, during this phase, and just make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process, right? But this is a very good time to indulge in sweets, for sure. Okay. And last time I only drink white wine, so I've left kind of all hard liquors and drinks and stuff. I just kind of I've understood that wine puts me in a certain frequency where I feel much more light, much more communicative with others. It's a very like chill kind of buzz with the wine, right? I don't like to indulge in very hard liquors unless very rarely tequila I'll have like if I'm like going wild or uh, a rager or something, but usually I'll tend to stay and stick to the practice of white wine. And so last night I went out to a venue, and it's interesting because the imagery was a bee, right? It's a brew hive or whatever. So there's a bee in the background. I was like, oh, immediately, okay, I know I'm meant to be here tonight. Be here, right? Tonight, I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. So what I did was, I made friends with all the cool dudes in there, and they introduced me to some girls and things like this. I didn't really involve myself too much with that because I didn't know who they were in the group, and you know, but there were eyes on me, okay, on the dance floor. And man, I just gave this guy a lighter, right? And he just became my best friend all of a sudden. I don't know, like it just happened organically. I didn't even need to force anything in my social interactions. I kind of just observed everything, enjoyed the music, had a fun night. I really did. And my focus was socializing. It wasn't like pulling or something like this, right? It was fun. It was legitimately fun night. And this morning, again, I got to listen to the glutathione frequency because that's a very good one for hangovers and such, but also just processing alcohol right in the system. It's very good for that. So if you ever listen to glutathione frequencies, listen to the one by Sapien or yeah, it's a really good one, Sapien Medicine. Um, anything else? Oh, more comments. Looks like my body was calling for Ganesh to situate in the root chakra. Once he's here, I'll keep ketogenic. Okay, good. Good. Awesome. And this whole gut instinct thing is also very interesting to me because I'm fascinated by that. Let's actually open up some pointers about harnessing Dvimuki Ganesha. By the way, I love the anime Demon Slayer, and I've been called Demon Slayer in the Akashic records. That was the title that they gave me. It was either that or Master Alchemist. So I've been able to really explore the dark side with a graciousness because I've been in the darkness. I've got myself into the light, and I think it's very powerful now that things are slowly emerging that we understand that Dvimuki Ganesha, okay, is a rare form of Lord Ganesha, okay? He's usually depicted as two heads, okay? And he has an ability to perceive the different aspects of reality simultaneously. Freaking wild, right? So he's like the Akashic record holder almost in a sense, right? Because his two faces are like pairs of opposites, creation, destruction, but also past and future, right? The future is being created, the past is gone, so it's not there anymore. And I think his form as the one who can see and navigate both sides of a situation lets you, as a devotee or somebody who's looking for the blessings or the activation of this energy, to guide yourself through very complex situations, like something that you need to really think and put your mind to, and how do I get myself out of this? And his energy comes through and immediately blesses you, and it's swift. There's a swiftness to it, and things just unfold as they should. Janus in Roman mythology is a two-faced god who looks at both the past and the future. He is also associated with my solar plexus chakra. So he is associated with transitions, doorways, beginnings, endings, celebration, merit. Okay, usually merit is something that he really speaks of, and he says that you have to get merit in order to tap into the flow state. That's what he's taught me through the teachings. And if you have good merit, merit is like, how would I describe merit? Let's find a definition. Worthiness or excellence. Okay. The quality of being good, that deserving to be praised or rewarded, or an advantage that something has. A claim to respect and praise, excellence, worth. Benefit, dignity, excellence, integrity, quality, stature, talent, value, virtue, worthiness. Okay. That's what Janus respects. Okay. So he says that the more you stay in that frequency, in that alignment, you automatically are in the zone. Okay. It's very powerful, right? And also January, named after John Noose, right? Janus. And he represents duality, of course, invoked at times of change, like the new year. So they both talk about duality and transition. Think about it, guys. Both Dvimukhi Ganesha and Janus represent the different concepts of duality. Ganesha's two faces allows him to see different aspects of reality, where Janus can see backwards and forwards through time, symbolizing this kind of transitional or liminal phase, right? The flow state. And they both serve as guardians of change, transformation, navigating us through the difficult and different paths and phases of our life, right? Sometimes the crops aren't growing and it's raining, you need this energy at times for like the blessings to do what they need to do, So Janus is associated with time. Okay, interesting. Shiva is associated with timelessness, time, right? Time as well. Bhairava and so forth. And specifically past and future, and also Dvimukhi Ganesha is a deity who understands balance between past actions and future consequences. So it kind of like the karma holder, right? In a sense, karma shifter, karma walker, karma hopper. Wow, karma looper. What's the word that I'm looking for, guys? Karma creator? No, the walking karma point. The walking, well, karma just means to do, right? So doingness. Okay, I think I have the code. So basically, Janus is depicted as the guardian of gates and doorways, symbolizing the entrance to new phases of life. Ganesha is known as the Lord of Beginnings as well in the Hindu pantheon, right? So he's also known as the remover of obstacles, and he has dual faces. So he's also seen as a protector that can guide us through these different like things that we can't foresee, just random stuff that happens. All good. So That's what I want you to really understand with Ganesha's energy is that it's very simple, swift, right? And if you just can speak to him and you can do a visualization where you can do the gum, and hold it. And just imagine that he's there in your field. He's meditating next to you. He's either in your heart chakra or he's sitting in your root or any of your chakra points. He's, the way I see mantras is very different, guys. I see mantras as a metaphysical changer, like it's changing the metaphysical world around you as you're doing these mantras, right? And so, one thing that I would highly advise you to do is to listen and say the mantra as if it's a force of nature. Okay, this is something very deep that I'm sharing with you guys because it's a download that I had gotten from my deity yoga practice, okay, that my father actually teaches. So it's very empowering to say the mantra like lightning or a waterfall or like rain or like fire burning or crackling, like say it like that, make your voice that, and then see if you can tap into that, right? And you can play with different elements, you can play with different forces, but this is really it. Okay, so wrapping up, guys, any final questions, let me know. Okay, let me know. If not, we will end it here. Okay, have an incredible rest of your day. Keep on crushing it. Okay, make sure that you give Ganesha some praise today. Okay, give him some chocolates or whatever. And let's really use this energy now. Okay. And whenever social obstacles end up happening, you just visualize he has a swift cut of the energetic cords in those situations. So you're not attached to those situations, like spiritual attachment towards a certain person. So he helps you cut the emotional cords as well. So if you're ever in an environment and somebody's bullying you or somebody's, taking up too much space, or you just imagine Ganesha is just there, almost like your silhouette or your shadow. And with that energy, he's just cutting all of the connections to all these negative people or entities or beings, right? He's just quickly, swiftly with his axe or whatever weapon that he uses, he's just doing that, right? And then he's just blessing you. I love the hand on the top of the head blessing. I think that's one that I really resonate with. Even if you just try doing this, right? Just try doing this top of your head. Like you're to do it to a dog or something, right? Like you were to just to pet yourself, the top of your head. Okay, like an older grandfather figure or an older brother figure or like a father figure. Like think of it like that, right? Because then it really changes things. If you see him as an older brother guiding you, woo, it's game over, baby. Okay, you're just gonna be so tapped in, wired in, man. It'll be so different. If you consider Ganesha your brother, your bro, okay, it's gonna be an immense energy, okay? Powerful energy. Yeah, the net, the global net, um, the ether net, right? Ethernet cables. So, Mathis, any last questions, brother? About to hop off right now. Okay. So anything that's coming up or anything that you want to ask, just go for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna end this live. Anything? Dang, what did you send me, Mathis? Hold on. Okay, I'll definitely check these out. Dang. Yeah, that cover is legendary. Tiger King. Of course. All fine regenerating. Good. Let's play this beat. We'll do a Ganesha freestyle to end it. It's fun, huh? We have fun on here. Oh, it's still connected to my headset. That's my bad. Can you guys hear this? If I play this through the microphone, can you guys hear it? Oh yeah, Lord, Ganesha. So many different flavors. I love living here in Asia, where I know that I'm just a Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and I'm saying every single segment of my mind it is insane, man. Maybe it will create such a gravitational pull, and then I'll be the ball of Nandi, who is Shiva's bull, and that is cool. I know that I'm no fool. I know that I'm the school in all of these new people in this movement, Primal Sutra. We living it up, never giving it up, living with luck. Yeah, back of a Pegasus, huh? We know you legendary. Ganesha, removing obstacles. You know that it's optical. Forces like it's scientific, cyber optic cables in my mind, stopping every single time I'm rocking. And I'm never gonna give you up. You stay in my heart space. I won't try to live it up now. We won't try to let it go. Maybe we will try to know if we all have it in our soul. And know it's we move two faces in the mind of the person who will see. If you cannot really be Shaba's favorite animal and the elephant, telekinetic and in this coolness. Ooh, yeah, because you know that it is like a new stage, new era. Every single moment, it's a new wave splash. Intrigue Ganesha, yeah, let's get it. Upward spiral, gang, gang, gang. Happy Ganesha Puja. Yeah. Stay sweet and elegant. And remember, speak to him and tell him to open your root. I know that I just feel nature like Groot. Baby girl, she wanna take on my flute. Baby, she wanna just wake on my bruise. Yeah, we making a move. Maybe we just wanna take up and go. Ah, maybe we will get the blogs. Maybe we will get the nonsense. But we are connected to Ra, and we know that we are just shamans. Woo! All right, guys. Epic, 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 epic. Much love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an incredible rest of your day, man. And make sure that you keep shining, okay? Keep shining on them. Let's get it. Upward spiral gang. Stay tapped in, stay wavy. You got this. We got this. We're all going to make it. I'll see you on the other side. Us.